Congressman Paulo Marcoleta, kasing tapang at kasing talino ng tatay niyang si Senator Rodante Marcoleta. Paulo Marcoleta, bago lang sa House of Representatives, pero walang habas na pinasaringan si Speaker of the House Martin Romualdez, pati ang Quad Committee na siyang naging daan upang pahirapan ang sino mang hindi sasang-ayon sa gusto ng administrasyon. Pero bago ang lahat, mag-subscribe na sa aking YouTube channel upang updated ka sa mga mahahalagang balita sa ating bansa. Nagmamatigas. Ganito ilarawan ni Congressman Paulo Marcoleta ang lahat ng miyembro sa House of Representatives, lalo na si Speaker of the House Martin Romualdez, na ayaw tumalima sa desisyon ng Korte Suprema hinggil sa naging hukom nila sa impeachment complaint ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Tahasan din niyang sinabi na ang Quad Committee ni Romualdez ay malinaw na ginagawang kasangkapan para pahirapan, takutin, i-impeach ang sino mang kakalaban sa kanila. Humanga naman ang mga netizens kay Paulo Marcoleta at sinabing, like father like son, ang galing ng mag-amang ito, matalino at di tiwaling politiko tulad ng karamihan, trapo at kawatan. Good job, sir. Basta Marcoleta, tunay na abogado, makatao, makabayan, tunay na batas ang pinairal at number 1, hindi mababayaran ang prinsipyo. Proud and salute Marcoleta, father and son. God bless and protect you both against all evildoers. Like father, like son. Saludo kaming mga tao sa galing nyo, Congressman Paulo at Senator Rodante Marcoleta. God bless you both.
Session resumed.
Mr. Speaker,
Majority Leader.
I move to withdraw my pending motion. Would like to recognize Honorable Marcoleta.
Mr. Speaker, I'd like to ask if the distinguished minority leader will yield to a few questions and to make a manifestation from his speech. Thank you.
I will gladly accommodate the request of...
Honorable Marcoleta is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, you enumerated earlier that the Supreme Court has added new rules on impeachment, specifically the furnishing of a copy of the articles of impeachment along with the evidence, pieces of evidence to the one impeached. Is that correct, Mr. Speaker?
That is correct, Mr. Speaker.
And along with that, you also said that each signatory to the impeachment complaint should have read in its entirety the articles of impeachment before signing it. And in your own opinion, it is another rule added by the Supreme Court.
That is what the Supreme Court stated, Mr. Speaker.
And our distinguished colleague, Ma'am Laila De Lima, said that due process is not needed here in this particular case. But in my personal opinion, Mr. Speaker, due process is intrinsically embedded in all judicial, even administrative processes. It need not be construed specifically in the Constitution. Halimbawa po, kung tayo ay magtatanggal ng empleyado sa kumpanya, kahit wala naman pagtatangka sa kanyang buhay, we also accord due process to the person that we are about to remove from office. Usually, tayo po we ask for an explanation letter dun sa empleyado kung bakit why he or she has breached a company policy. In other words, meron pong due process. And I think it need not be specifically stated in every ruling. And I think dapat po talaga intindihin natin ang judicial ang due process ay nandiyan nananalaytay sa lahat ng ating mga batas.
Mr. Speaker, ang impeachment po ay a class of its own. May tinatawag na substantive due process, procedural due process, administrative due process. At dito naman sa impeachment, ang sinasabi po ng kanina sa interpellation na ang process na ito, pag pumirma ang 1/3 of all the members, hindi naman nawawala ang sabi, wala dito yung due process dahil ang penalty dito, sabi po ng Honorable De Lima, ay removal from office, ang pinaka-harsh na penalty. Hindi yung katulad sa criminal or administrative. Pero, Madam Speaker, sa ganang impeachment po, ay pag pumirma po ng 1/3 of all the members of the House at sinumiti po ito sa Senado, nandoon pa rin ang due process. Kasi doon po ay may karapatan makinig at hear yung mga depensa po ng ini-impeach.
Opo. Kung ito pong impeachment ay alang-alang sa accountability, hindi po ba dapat natin habulin ang Vice President sa Ombudsman at sa ibang mga korte? Sapagkat sa tingin ko, kung ang sanction lang ng impeachment ay tanggalin ang Pangulo sa kanyang pagkakaupo, hindi po siya mananagot ng maigi dun sa kanyang alleged misuse of confidential funds. Di ba dapat managot din siya sa kanyang di umano'y idinispalto na pera? Di po ba? We should seek other remedies like cases before the Ombudsman at ano pang mga korte.
Madam Speaker, yung privilege speech ko po ay hindi po tungkol sa paghahabol sa Vice President. Ang privilege speech ko po ay tungkol po sa desisyon ng Supreme Court na gumawa po ng maraming requirements sa House of Representatives tungkol sa impeachment na exclusive power of the House of Representatives. Ganun po ang aking binitawang privilege speech, Madam Speaker.
Just to reiterate, the topic of the Honorable Marcelo Libanan, our Minority Leader, is Senate action to archive the impeachment case of Vice President Sara Duterte.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished Minority Leader, yung po bang sinabi ng Korte Suprema ay are we being precluded to initiate impeachment complaints or we're just being taught on how to file a correct impeachment complaint by complying with procedural steps? Tayo po ba ay binabawalan talaga ng Korte Suprema o tayo tinuturuan lamang kung paano maghain ng tamang impeachment complaint?
Before the Minority Leader responds, since the question of the Honorable Marcoleta is directed towards the action of the 19th as well as the 20th Congress, may we request the Senior Deputy Majority Leader to respond?
Madam Speaker, we appreciate the exchange of the gentlemen regarding the impeachment as well as the decision of the Supreme Court. May I be allowed to raise a point of order, Madam Speaker?
May we know the point of order of the Majority Leader?
Madam Speaker, the discussion has been towards whether or not the House can exercise certain powers, especially in initiating impeachment complaints. However, may I remind our members that we have a pending motion for reconsideration with the Supreme Court. Thus, we cannot discuss the same with finality this afternoon during the privilege hour. May I request the gentlemen if we can hold further deliberations, heated deliberations in the future, so that we can wait until our motion for reconsideration has been decided with finality by the Supreme Court.
What does the Honorable Marcoleta say?
May I proceed with my manifestation, Mr. Speaker?
Madam
Majority
Speaker,
Leader.
can we let the Honorable Marcoleta finish his manifestation before we proceed to the next speaker to avail of the privilege hour? Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Majority Leader, I believe the Honorable Libanan, as well as the other members of the House, are actually, we have 22 members listed for the privilege hour.
That's right, Madam
Yeah,
Speaker.
so I believe a manifestation can be taken up at the appropriate time once the privilege hour has been closed.
Madam Speaker, I have already registered my intention to make a manifestation.
Madam Speaker, a manifestation would be in order. Let's allow the Honorable Marcoleta to finish his short manifestation before we conclude the privilege speech and refer the same to the Committee on Rules.
The Majority Leader's request is hereby granted.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Sa pagtatapos po ng 2024, sinabi po ng ating mahal na Pangulo na ang impeachment ay hindi importante. Sabi niya, this does not make any difference to any single Filipino life. So why waste time on it? And despite the admonition of the President, the House, through one-third vote, transmitted the articles of impeachment to the Senate. why didn't we heed the call of the President? Why did the HOR defy the President's pronouncement? Gusto ko lang pong malaman kung bakit ganon. Parang hindi natin sinusunod ang mga pahayag ng ating Pangulo.
Before the Honorable please proceed.
Opo. At nung July 25, the Supreme Court, sabi nga nila, inilang dineklara ng articles of impeachment ay unconstitutional at void ab initio. At pagkatapos noon ay nakarinig tayo ng mga pahayag mula sa House members na tila baga tinatakot ang ating mga maestrado na pwede kayong ma-impeach din tulad ng Vice President. And despite the motion for reconsideration submitted, the Supreme Court, through a press briefer, reiterated that the decision is immediately executory, notwithstanding the MR. And the Senate accordingly adhered to the decision by archiving the articles of impeachment. So ang tanong ko lang po why the continued defiance on the part of the HOR? Parang tayo po ay tila nagmamatigas. Samantalang ang Korte Suprema at ang ating co-equal body ng Senado ay tumalima na sa sinabi ng ating Korte Suprema. Alam naman po natin that the Supreme Court is the final arbiter on all disputes and controversies pertaining to constitutional issues. And the decisions released by the Supreme Court form part of our legal framework, form part of our legal system sa ating bansa. Dapat po nating galangin ang ating co-equal branch. Sinabi din po ng Pangulo sa isa sa kanyang mga panayam at huli-huli sa kanyang sona na ang Pilipino ay sawa na sa sobrang pamumulitika. So, buti pa ang ating Pangulo aware dito. At siyempre, kamakailan ay meron pong ibinalita na meron na naman pong Quadcom version 2.0. Alam naman po natin ang Quadcom ay nagagamit bilang political persecution more than a tool for legislation. At pinakita pa nga po ng Quadcom sa kanilang performance last year that it assumed judicial and prosecutorial roles, which is beyond the ambit of its legislative function. Mr. Speaker, the continued defiance of the House of Representatives has been truly remarkable. Sana naman po ay baguhin na natin ang ating estratehiya. Sa akin lang naman po. Dahil ako'y miyembro ng 20th Congress, bakit hindi po natin baguhin or reassess ang ating strategies? Kaysa bumabakbak tayo ng bumabakbak ng ating political adversaries. Bakit di na lang po natin galingan? Total, meron naman po tayong 3 taon pa para ipakita na tayo ay mahusay din sa pamamalakad. Ang akin lang naman po, this administration has been characterized by, treating its political adversaries na pag malakas ang kalaban, i-disqualify, i-expel, i-impeach, or i-threaten na i-impeach. Bakit hindi lang naman po natin galingan? Meron pa lang po tayong 3 taon. Baka sakali, matalo natin si VP Sara sa 2028. Maraming salamat po.
Madam Speaker, there being no other
Madam
member
Speaker.
who wishes to interpolate, I
It's
move...
still my time, Mr. Speaker.
The Honorable Nonoy Libanan may proceed with his privileged speech.
Mr. Speaker, gusto pong magpasalamat sa manifestation na bagamat mahabang manifestation ni Congressman Marcolita. Pero yung sinabi po niya na may defiance ang House, parang narinig ko na may defiance ang House sa Supreme Court ruling. I beg to disagree, Honorable Marcolita, with that statement. Wala pong defiance ang House of Representatives. May motion for reconsideration po tayo. At kung sakali, I don't think ang House ay hindi susunod kung final and executory na ang ruling ng Supreme Court. Pero may oras pa tayo. At ito, ang chamber na ito ay ang precise venue to air our grievances. We represent all the people here, especially we in the minority. Ito yung mga bagay na dapat ilabas po natin dito because this is our constitutional duty. Obligasyon natin, proteksyonan ang ating duties and obligations as a House. Obligasyon po natin palakasin ang House of Representatives dahil ito po isa sa matibay na pagbalansin ng power. Kung sobrang tapang ang Supreme Court, sobrang tapang ang Executive at mahina ang House, palagay niyo po ba tatayo ang ating bansa? Kaya lahat po tayo obligasyon patibayin ang kanya-kanyang mga sinumpang tungkulin. May duties and obligations po tayo. At kahit po masakit, kahit mahirap, kailangan natin ipaglaban ang ating konstitusyon. Yan po ang napakahalaga sa lahat. Maraming salamat po, Madam Speaker. Maraming salamat po sa aking mga kasamahan po. And if I may move, Madam Speaker, I would like to erase from the record the statement of the Honorable Marcoleta that defiance of the House of Representatives. Hindi po tayo nagde-defy. So move, Madam Speaker.
There is a motion to delete from the records the statement, the House is in defiance. Do I hear that right, Minority Leader? So any attribution to the statement of the Honorable Marcoleta stating that the House is in defiance of the Supreme Court ruling is hereby deleted. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I am amenable to substitute the word defiance if the body will so allow.
With the permission of the Majority Leader,
Madam Speaker,
the
it was my time. He was only availing of my time, Madam Speaker.
yes.
The honorable gentleman has not been recognized and have not taken my seat, Madam Speaker.
For the record, we are in the privilege hour. The Honorable Nonoy Libanan has his time. He delivered his privileged speech entitled Senate Action to Archive the Impeachment Case of Vice President Sara Duterte, and the Honorable Marcoleta signified his intention to interpolate and then later on make a manifestation. There has been a motion from the Honorable Minority Leader that statements attributing to words such as defiance be deleted from the records. The Speaker has taken action on that. May we now recognize the Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I would like, thank you so much, Mr. Speaker Libanan.
Motion to refer. Refer.
Madam Speaker,
Madam Speaker.
we move to defer.
Thank you, Madam.
Now, session suspended. Okay na, boss. Session resumed.
Madam Speaker, there being no other member who wishes to interpolate the Honorable Libanan, I move to refer his speech and the interpolation thereof to the Committee on Rules for appropriate action.
Any objection? Hearing none, the motion to refer the speech of the Honorable Libanan, including its interpolation and manifestation, be referred to the Committee on Rules.